It's time for the podcast. The Monday podcast is one of my favourite podcasts.
Is it?
Yeah. It's, I think we put a little bit of effort into it. Or maybe
Why don't we do
don't.
that the other days? Why don't we do that the other days?
Well,
of the week?
I think I'd like to amend that. The Friday podcast, that's like all care, no responsibility. And the Monday podcast might be a bit the same. It's a bit like if you're working at a car manufacturing plant. On Friday, it's F off Friday. You go, I'm out of here. And then on Monday, it's Manic Monday. And you go, no, I don't want to do this. So invariably, if you buy a car on a Friday or Monday, it's not going to be very good.
This is an insight to me because I turn up every day and do my best, Brendan. I don't know what you're doing.
If you want to know, Wednesday's probably the best podcast that we'll do.
Well, today's one's pretty good.
It
We
is good.
talked to Jonathan Thurston. He, as you know, is a rugby league player. But I watched him play cricket on my telly on the weekend. It's a fantastic thing they do every year where the All Blacks take on the New Zealand cricket team with a couple of special sporting legends thrown in. Jonathan Thurston was one of them. He's not a bad cricketer, but he was mic'd up for the whole game. He had to bowl to Brian Lara and he was hungover.
And with a racing
trifecta.
hangover. The Tribal Drummers beating for back in my day. This is after Reese Witherspoon has been getting shade because she's made like little snow cones, coffee, cappuccino, chocky type snow cones, but using snow off the roof of her car.
And people are going, that's disgusting. Em Gillespie is joining us to talk about Kendra. Kendra was one of Hugh Hefner's famous 18-year-old girlfriends. While Hugh was alive, she said he was great, loved him. Now he's passed away. She's saying, you know what, it wasn't so great.
Yeah.
Duh.
Also, Deborah Lee Furness's statement T-shirt, if the media had any questions about how life is going right now, we'll talk about that in our podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio. Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jodie and Amanda are here. It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Amanda.
Are you alive? Did you swelter?
It was so
Did you
hot yesterday.
melt?
It was
They're
so
saying
hot.
that yesterday could have been the hottest day in Australia's history. All parts of Australia, swelter McGelter.
Yeah, I went for a swim. I was bobbing around in the water. It was just nice. Did you go for a swim?
No, I didn't go for a swim. I saw on the news last night that the classic pictures of people at the beach, girls in bikinis at the beach,
Yep.
you in your bikini at the beach, and then, of course, animals eating giant ice blocks at the zoo.
That's what
Not
you
going
have.
up and buying an icy pole,
Yep.
but, you know, they give them these big blocks of flavoured ice.
Well, it was so hot. Kanye's misso was in the kitchen cooking up some bacon and some beans.
He did
you know,
make her wear a full leather face mask, like one of those spit hoods.
in case it all spat on her face while it was
Yeah,
hot.
well, that's right. But
Yeah.
luckily it didn't spit anywhere near her buttocks because she's wearing this crazy G-string arrangement.
A G-string
A
arrangement.
lot of people are saying, you know, does he need help? Does she need some help? Does she need help to get away from him? Is she happily in this arrangement? But there's something very controlling about that scenario.
I think a bit from column A and a bit from column B.
I don't know if her outfit was designed to counteract the heat, though,
Yeah.
Brendan. We'll see animals at the zoo dressed like that next
Licking a big ice block,
in a G-string.
a big blood paddle pop. That's what they give them. That's why they give the
Do they?
Yeah, the animals in the zoo.
Human heads in a block of ice.
Yeah.
There's Jeffrey Dahmer. Where's mine?
Jem Rai, you said to me before, you went to a place and it sounds like it's got a made-up name.
Oh, yeah, I went to Mollymook.
Mollymook.
That's not a made-up name.
That's a real name.
Did you say it was a made-up name, Ryan?
Is
I
it?
said, my parents were there and I didn't know what it was called, so I said,
Yeah.
oh, it just sounds like some made-up name.
Yeah. Did it occur to you your parents were trying to get away from you? And that's why they went to Mollymook.
Yeah.
Oh, I went down there anyway.
Did you? Right.
And next weekend you're going to Gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Well, it's great you're back, mate. You got a bit of sun on your melon.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, you look a little bit. You've
Thanks, Jonesy.
got to run a brush through your hair.
Look at you going, thanks. Like, that's a compliment. You're bright red in the face. Maybe you and Kanye, he might put you in a spit hood.
Well, I noticed I was looking at the team here, the Megalodon. That's her self-imposed nickname. She got a bit of sun on her forehead. Look at her.
No, ladies, be careful, ladies.
She said, "Does my forehead look big?" And I said, "Well, no, it doesn't look big. It just looks a bit. You've got a bit of colour there, Meg."
Selling some advertising space.
Yeah, but it was the brutal. The heat was just
Yeah,
brutal.
it was brutal. And these are the things, the seasons, there's a change in.
Yep.
The summers are weirder and longer and wetter and bleh.
Well,
This time last week, I had just come back from New York where I was wearing thermals and 4 layers, and I'd rather that any day.
Well, that's in the Northern Hemisphere, though, where they're having winter.
Oh, duh.
Well, let's not do
Really?
Let's not put the panicky pants on. I think it's okay.
No, I wasn't saying the extremes. I was just saying I prefer to be cold than to be hot.
Well, this is what the life. This
I
is the
can't
world.
help being hot.
This is the life that we live now. You're a jet setter. You're travelling around the globe.
Next
in the
thing
old
you know-
days,
What, in the old days, what?
200 years ago, no one was travelling anywhere. You had to get on a big old ship and it'd take you forever to get out here.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Haven't we just? And here's Kanye's misso. She doesn't have to wear a parka to stay warm.
Cooking up the chicken tonight in the kitchen with a leather mask. We're in an action-packed show today. You got Jonathan Thurston on the show. Why have we got Jonathan Thurston on?
My son texted Harley. And
Liam
said,
or Jack?
Liam, and said, you have to watch this cricket game that's on Stan. And it's a game, it's All Blacks versus the New Zealand cricket team, but with some hilarious other legends thrown in.
Right.
So one of which is Brian Lara, one of which was Jonathan Thurston. Jonathan Thurston, footballer, had to bowl to Brian Lara, one of the world's famous cricketers.
Much.
And he did okay.
Of course
he was
he
also
did.
playing hungover.
Oh.
It was a hilarious game. We're going to be talking to
I'm
Jonathan
looking forward
Thurston.
to catching up with JT. Also, Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven. Question 1.
A spork is a combination of which 2 utensils, and you get a great prize, a mermaid hair pack valued at $150 and $150 to spend at Grilled.
Ooh, how good's that? An Australian invention too, to boot, just like these young fellas.
Jam Nation.
Let's get into the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Excuse the BO. Today we let everyone off the hook.
But it's
Except
about
for you,
getting
Brendan.
Question 7 right. Can you smell me? Smell me now. Get in there. Go on, sniff.
It smells all right, but you could be on the turn.
I'm back on the roll-on. I was on the spray, but now I'm on the roll-on.
Remember when we've got a little cupboard at work for Team Biscuits and Team Hairbrush, which you are the only one who uses. And we thought we'd better get some Team deodorant. Remember what I bought?
Yes.
I bought a roll-on.
I know.
Didn't even occur to me
Yeah.
that you'd have hair.
Well, that wasn't from me. It wasn't from me. I don't know where that came from. Lisa's in Penrith. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
We are great.
Hello, Lisa. Here's question number 1 of the Magnificent Seven. A spork is a combination of which 2 utensils?
A spoon and a fork.
Spoon and a fork.
According to the...
Also a splade. Same thing.
It's an Australian invention. Did you know that, Lisa?
The fork and spoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents, everyone got them for wedding presents.
Yeah,
in
they're
the-
great.
in
They're a
the
great
day.
thing. This is what we're going to come up with. You and I, let's put our heads together and come up with a great idea. Like the Afterpay guys. They're like billionaires now.
Well, let's think
They
of
were just
something.
2 neighbours putting out their bins and they came up with a ball-tearing idea.
Well, if I was putting out my bins, my idea would be let's get rid of maggots.
According to the International Tennis Federation, what colour is a tennis ball? Maybe I should hitch my wagon to Lisa.
Green.
No, it's
green.
not green.
Maybe I shouldn't hitch
It
my wagon
looks a
to
bit
Lisa.
greenish, but it's not officially green.
Michelle's in St Mary's.
Hello, Michelle.
Good morning, how are you?
Great.
Very well. Officially, what's the colour of a tennis ball?
Yellow?
It's yellow.
Yep, optic yellow if you want to be precise.
I do.
Let's play the not-so-secret sound.
Duh. Michelle, what's this? Sounds like a Beethoven symphony. What's that?
Got one of these in my backyard. Sounds like a swarm of bees.
It
Bees.
is. Oh.
Did anyone see the new movie The Beekeeper with Jason Statham?
No, does he shoot bees?
I'm not too sure what it's about, if it's a metaphor, that he's a beekeeper, or he actually is just a beekeeper.
And yet you've seen it.
No, I've seen the shorts to it, but it's just Jason Statham being Jason Statham.
Well, he is a honey.
Hey, see that, Michelle?
Sorry.
We
See,
all
Amanda, you're wasted here.
Very much.
Keep your wallet away, Michelle. That one was for free. Jay Stokes set the world record for most parachute jumps in a 24-hour period in 2006. How many jumps did Jay Stokes complete, Michelle? This is multiple choice, or would you like to hazard a guess?
I'll go multiple choice.
A, 240, B, 440, or C, 640 parachute jumps in 24 hours?
640.
Yeah.
It was 640.
What a nut.
Question 5. A rotary dial is a component of which device?
Rotary dial is a component of the old telephone, maybe?
The old telephone.
That's right.
That's it. The old ringy-dingy. What does the slang word "cosy lives" mean?
What's the word, sorry?
What does the slang word "cosy lives" mean?
Cosy lives.
Cosy lives. Sorry, Michelle.
Sorry, Michelle. That's where we leave it. That's
Not hit with
question
the kids.
6. What does the slang word "cosy lives" mean?
Amanda and I were going to go paintballing on the weekend, but Amanda couldn't come because of cosy lives.
You know, my son was going paintballing on the weekend. They drove for 40 minutes to get there, but his friend hadn't properly booked it, so they had to drive home again in that heat.
Am I guessing this was Jack?
No.
No?
It was Liam's friend.
Wow. Well,
They had an ice cream at the service station and went home happily.
When I was a kid, that was
What
a
a
day.
day.
That was a day out. That's what you wanted to do.
Oh, you either do that or drive to Mollywood
Yeah.
with your parents.
No, Gemway Rice's parents were trying to escape him, and for some reason,
He was Camp Fear style underneath the car, holding on with his knuckles.
come on.
Cape Fear.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Damnation. Podcast.
we're into the Magnificent Seven. We find ourselves at question 6.
This is where Josh from South Windsor comes in. Hello, Josh.
Hey guys, how are you?
Very well,
Good, thanks,
thank
Josh.
you. Question number 6. What does the slang term "cosy lives" mean?
The cost of living.
Cost of living.
Cost of living.
A young English guy tweeted that. Apparently, it went viral. Someone said, "Oh, we're going out to go. And would you like to come?" And he goes, "I can't, cause he lives." And boom. Unfortunately, he doesn't get any money for it, which is sad, isn't it?
There's an irony.
Because it's like terming a phrase, isn't it? Really, it's like my
You can't
phrase.
copyright it.
Yeah, but my phrase "Tez." When I say, "Oh, that's Tez," that's me. That's for terrible.
Come on.
That's Tez.
You can't say you've come up with Tez.
I came up with Tez.
Every word in Australia is shortened. You can't claim that.
Josh, if you go to work today, if you can do something for me when you're walking around, whatever you do at work, and you say, "Oh, that's Tez," let's see how it goes. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
There you go, Josh. That's how it starts.
And you'll remember because you say that Jonesy is Tez. That'll help you remember where it came from.
Josh, question 7. Which Aussie tennis star was knocked out of the Australian Open last night?
Was it Dimonor?
It was. Knocked out by Andrei Rublev.
I watched one set all. It was so exciting, and then I had to go to bed. So I'm sorry to hear that he didn't get through.
What about
he was great.
Beck and Leighton Hewitt's little kid Cruz whacking the ball around on there? That'd be a bit of pressure, wouldn't he? He's only 15.
Pretty good, though.
Yeah, well, he did all right up until he wasn't, but, I guess it's
Got to
a long
start
way.
somewhere.
Got to start somewhere. Congratulations to you, Josh. You've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming away. A Mermaid Hair Pack valued at $150. Mermaid Hair creates game-changing hair tools for on-trend hairstyles. A $150 Grilled voucher. Grilled has teamed up with legend Ash Barty, Ace and You, Barty Burger. Yum. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach choose for the colour and some Staedtler pencils. Josh, certainly not Tez. Would you agree?
Certainly not. No, it's great. Thank you very much. It was my birthday yesterday, so it's a bit of a late birthday present.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Josh.
birthday. I hope it wasn't Tez. Well done.
See? You're using it.
Gee, I'll have to pay you, Brendan, for that one.
Copyright me.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Let's go, let's go.
No time for chit chat.
Quick, Mom.
I want to go home.
thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1981, the Rolling Stones released their hit Start Me Up. It wasn't easy for the Rolling Stones with Start Me Up. A few years before Keith Richards, he was over in Jamaica, and Jamaica seemed to rub off on him. And he wrote Start Me Up, but it's not the track as we know it today. It was actually originally called Never Stop. And the guys recorded the song with a bit of a reggae beat. Keith was partaking, man.
What a shock. What a shock.
And so they record. Hey, would you want to have a listen to it?
Please.
This is Never Stop.
I like it.
You would.
Isn't that where Keith fell out of a tree years later?
That was in 2005, yes. No, it was in Fiji. Mick said, basically, that's crap. And so I got binned for 5 years. And the sound engineer, they were looking to make a new album, and the sound engineer, Mick said, what have you got in the cupboard? And he said, well, what about this? You always default to that. And he said, well, what about this? Why don't you guys give it another crack? And they did, and we got Start Me Up. Also, fun fact about that show, remember the Bill Gates, when they launched Microsoft back in the 95.
Oh, it was that awful footage of him and a whole lot of
then-
executives dancing in their high pants.
And there was a big rumour that it cost them $14 million. It cost Microsoft $14 million to use that song, but it actually turned out to only be $3 million.
The rest went on the high pants.
Which is glove box change for Microsoft. So why don't we put it on? The OG. No, not the OG. The one that wasn't binned.
The non-reggae.
Jam Nation.
And I must thank people for the flood of concerns and comments re the collision and subsequent sinking of one of the historic 18-footers sailing boats on the weekend. This is the fleet that I sail in on a Saturday.
Did you sink?
No, we didn't sink. Someone else did. And a lot of people, well, two people, said, was that you? Because it was on Channel 9 News on Saturday night. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. And were two of
But
those
you didn't
people
send
your
me a
own
text.
sailmates?
Yeah, you didn't send me a text.
I said, I'll see if he turns up at work on Monday and then I'll know.
You're flicking through the Rolodex onto Osher Ginsburg's Grant
Denyer was ready to host.
He's too busy doing the Deal or No Deal.
I know.
He's going to be a busy champion.
Absolutely.
And no, we didn't sink. But what happened, a pleasure craft ran into one of the old boats. Because when you go out on the harbour on a Saturday, and this is what I love about this city, is that anyone can do this. Anyone, you could be a pauper, you could be a billionaire. Anyone can go out on the harbour in whatever
and it's
craft.
surprisingly busy, isn't it?
It's incredibly busy. And it's like wacky races out there. You got
Yeah.
billion-dollar yachts, you got ferries, you got modern 18-footers racing around. You've got old-school sailors. You've got the James Craig coming down the harbour.
It's a lot. My dad and I used to go sailing in this old sailboat he had, and we spent most of the time, well, I did, pushing us off other craft that we were going to bang into.
You were used to sailing a catamaran.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
You should come with us.
Oh, please. You said it's just aggressive swearing.
Yeah.
I get enough of that at work with you.
It's just people just getting yelled at. Because all the guys that sail these boats, they're all captains of something, and it's too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah. How do you go? Because you're Mr. in charge bossy
I
pants.
just sit there and keep my pie hole shut.
Do
And
you?
I'm along for the ride. And I don't even know why I do it. I must be a masochist. But a lot of people said, was that you? And I said, no, it wasn't us, because boats don't run into us. We run into other boats.
That's a big badge of honour.
That's what we do. Before we even started the race, we'd run into two boats. Seriously.
On the road, on the trailer.
And Jerry, like Sailor Jerry, he'll always say, please, can we not sink before we put the boat in the water? Please.
Before we put the boat in the water.
That's the running joke. I said, why don't we just chuck the whole thing in the harbour now? Why don't we all just jump in and be done with it, Jerry?
Why don't we smash it up with a hammer and use it for firewood?
I might just take up golf. Maybe that's something I could do.
You have the wrong personality for golf.
Or maybe I should take up cricket like JT. How good was JT?
It was an amazing match. It was called the T20 Black Clash, and it was the New Zealand cricket team versus the All Blacks with a couple of legends thrown in, one of which was Jonathan Thurston. I watched it yesterday. It was fabulous. Let's have a chat with him.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation
Podcast.
We were chasing Jonathan Thurston because you were watching him on Saturday play cricket, and I got to hand it to him. Raging hangover. He's out there on a cricket field, and that's not really his chosen sport.
He's bowling. He's actually a pretty good bowler. He's bowling at Brian Lara, one of the world's best cricketers.
And he's got to do commentary as well.
Tell me, since you've been down on the mountain, you've been for a swim yet, mate?
No, I was severely hungover this morning. So
Anyway, the word just came through from his people that he went out to celebrate last night, and now they can't find him.
Right.
So has anyone seen Jonathan Thurston?
It's an interesting idea, though, because they get the All Blacks and they get the New Zealand cricket team and they mix them up and put in some other legends, as I said, like Brian Lara, and they have this amazing cricket match. And the atmosphere, it was like watching a dance party. But I don't think you'd get cricketers playing rugby.
No.
Or rugby league.
No.
The risk of injury is too much.
It's always fraught, those things. Have you ever been a part of any sort of celebrity halftime sporting thing or anything like that?
I think I did a basketball thing once. You've played AFL, haven't you?
Yeah, I played AFL. I played AFL with Warwick Kappa. He was the captain of the side.
Was he the celebrity or the player? I can't remember what came first for
he
him.
was the celebrity. But to stand in the middle of the SCG, and do you really appreciate how good Warwick Kappa was as an AFL player? And I played AFL when I was a kid and I was useless. But he got the ball and booted it, and I swear it went to the moon.
So much for you being a teammate. You're just going, wow,
went,
wow.
Jesus. It went to the moon. Yeah. And he was long retired when he did that. And I went, and he goes, yeah, come on, mate. Go, run. And the other thing
in
is...
the little shorty shorts.
The SCG is so huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
By the time you run to the other end, the ball gets booted by another player, and then you go, well, what's the point of this?
Yeah, and there's Osher Ginsberg trying to tackle you. Then you played football.
Merrick Watts was there with his freshly shaven legs. They're a simple time.
Weren't they just?
If anyone sees JT... Well,
tell him we said
give him
hi.
a Barocca daiquiri.
Look, if he's going to have a hangover while he's playing that, he's going to have a hangover today.
There's no beef, JT. You keep doing you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
We're just gonna grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Going fast.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Monday's the day to give away $1,000, possibly two. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000 is yours.
That's right. You can leave with $1,000, but we will ask you this. For one bonus question, do you want to play double or nothing?
Ooh. What do you want to do, Franz in St Clair?
Hi, Franz. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thanks. Jonesy and Amanda, how are you guys?
Great.
Very well. We have 10 questions. We have 60 seconds. You can say pass if you want to, because we usually have time to come back. Are you ready to play, Franz?
I'm ready.
Good luck. Let's do it, because here we go. Question 1. On what part of the body would you wear gloves?
On your hands.
Question 2. How many primary colours are there?
4.
Bugger, there's 3.
3. Red
That would've-
yellow and blue.
See, no, you're singing rainbow colours. That
Yeah.
would have tricked me. I didn't know there were 3. What are they?
Red and yellow and blue.
Okay, well, there you go. I didn't know that either. Franz, I'm sorry.
I went to art school, Franz.
Well, I should have gone there too, I think.
Oh, Jonesy studied how many primary colours there were for 5 years. Can still count them on
It's
all
the only
his
thing
fingers.
I passed.
You get $100 to be getting on with, and I'm sorry it didn't go your way,
What a
Franz.
disappointment. It'll be back again tomorrow.
Jam
Nation.
Who doesn't love Reese Witherspoon?
love
Everyone
her.
loves Reese
Are
Witherspoon.
you watching Morning Wars?
Yes, I haven't finished this 3rd season yet.
That's
I'm
great.
still going.
It's so good.
But that's her as a character. But Reese Witherspoon as herself runs a book club. She's a TV and movie producer.
She's like a billionaire.
She has a clothing range and a homewares range. She's just a good woman and a nice woman. Well, she took to social media on the weekend while we've been boiling. They've had a lot of snow in the Northern Hemisphere. And she went out to her car, which was covered in snow, and she started shoveling some of that snow into some striped coffee mugs. Here's her social media post.
Okay, so we got a ton of snow over the past few days. We decided to make a recipe. So first we scooped the snow into cups and we added salted caramel syrup and some chocolate syrup just because we like how they taste together. And we put it on top. And then we decided to add some cold brew just to have a yummy coffee flavor.
Oh, that is so good.
A snow salt chocolate-chino.
Sounds delicious.
It does. What are the snowflakes carrying on about?
Well, there's been a pile-on, and I'm stunned at this. People have called her out for eating dirty, gross snow. They've said the way she's eating pollution slush puppies. Someone said she's cute, but she doesn't seem very clean. A bird could have pooped in the ice pile. There were so many comments saying that what she was doing was dirty and foul, and she was completely shocked, and this is how she answered that.
Okay, talking about the snow not being filtered, I didn't grow up drinking filtered water. We drank out of the tap water. We actually put our mouths on the tap. And then sometimes, like in the summer, it was hot, we drank out of the hose. Like we put our mouth on the hose growing up. And then, so I filtered water. Maybe that's why I'm like this. So what you're saying to me is I have to filter the snow before I eat? I just can't. I can't filter snow. I don't know how to do that.
When I was a kid, you were just taught not to eat yellow snow, and that was it.
Yeah, was that plutonium or urine? I can't remember.
Just any coloured snow.
Any coloured snow.
If the snow's got a colour, if it's white, it's all right. But if it's coloured, don't eat it.
And I don't like being the person that says, oh, back in my day. Yeah. But seriously.
But back in
my day, who would look at that vision and think she's a disgusting, unclean person, she's putting poo in her mouth? It's bright white snow on the top of her car. She's not getting it out of the gutter.
No, exactly. Look,
what did you eat when you were a kid? Well, I mean, you said that, forget eating, you were in charge of the school incinerator.
I wish to be in charge of the school incinerator.
That was your dream.
But what I did discover, and this is something back in those days, for the kids that are listening, we had a Besser block incinerator and you just burnt everything in it.
Yeah.
This is before the whole save the environment was a thing.
Well, so this is why there's a hole in the ozone layer.
You could chuck all sorts of stuff in there, tyres, books, whatever, just all went in there. And the thing would go to the temperature of mercury. It'd be like that hot. And I discovered that you could get the sandwich that Mum made me and you put it on top of the incinerator and you get a nice toasted sandwich.
At school?
Yeah, she used to make me a honey sandwiches, which I hated. But if you put it on top of the incinerator, you rip the Glad wrap off it. Or if it was wrapped in foil, you just put it on top.
So you're allowed at school to walk up to this boiling incinerator?
Yeah, and just put it there. And one day the teacher walked past and, geez, that smells good. What are you guys making? Oh, I'm making toast.
You want a smoke?
But that was back in those days. That's what you did. Jem Wai the other day had a perfectly good bacon and egg roll. And what happened?
I dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, and then what did you do?
Yeah, so then I threw it in the bin.
You threw it out?
So you didn't even, did it spill open?
Yeah, it was like all over the... I didn't want to eat it. It was... You can't eat it off the ground.
What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? You scrape the maggots off and you keep on eating.
You just eat it.
It's disgusting.
Man, imagine if we were at war now. You got to go over the top and face the Turk, and what you're doing is saying...
I've left my serviette at home.
I can't go over there.
Stop bullying me.
There we go. Now we'll be in HR.
Well, look, the tribal drum is going to beat for back in my day.
Back in my day.
Like we put our mouth on the hose growing up.
Look, and how have we lived to adulthood?
How did we get here?
Honestly, how did we get here, considering we're all so gross?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Reese Witherspoon is getting heat for making homemade snow cones from the snow on her car's roof.
Yeah, people are saying it's foul, it's disgusting, it's gross.
Worth $500 million.
But that's what's charming about her.
She goes out to the roof of her car, gets 2 coffee cups, fills them with snow. But now people are pushing back and they're saying, a bird could have pooped in that.
Oh, come on.
You know, as long as the snow is white, that's all right.
Yeah, tribal drum is beating for back in my day.
Like we put our mouth on the hose growing up.
That's what we did. Joanne has joined us.
Hello, Joanne.
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you?
Very well. What did you get up to back in the day?
Oh, well, Jonesy reminded me, we had an incinerator in our school, in primary school, and we'd pick up a stick off the ground, open up the incinerator, stick a Twisties packet on the stick and shrink it in the incinerator.
You make a shrinky dink.
What a flashback.
Maybe 8 or 9 years old, and here we were playing around at the incinerator.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know, I went back to my primary school to do a talk just about, life and all that sort of stuff, and I made mention of the incinerator. For the rest of the question and answer, all the questions were about the incinerator.
And the last one was, how much do you earn?
And the teacher had to say, okay, no more incinerator-related questions. Did anyone die? Did you die? Who got burnt? Did someone get burnt? Guys, relax. I think we should bring the incinerator back into schools.
But imagine that 8-year-old playing at the incinerator.
Yeah.
It would never happen.
Well, you had to be 9 to be in charge of the incinerator.
Thank you, Joanne.
Dom has joined us.
Hello, Dom.
Morning, Jonesy, Amanda. How are you?
Very well. Back in my day, what'd you get up to?
Back in my day, I started a first-year apprenticeship of my carpentry apprenticeship when I was 14 years old. I soon learnt that I was terrified of heights, climbing around on roofs and stuff. So to cure my fear of heights, my boss used to take me to the pub at 11 o'clock and put about 3 or 4 schooners into me. and then I'd be running around the roof for the rest of the afternoon.
Right.
Wow.
So you're 14?
14, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that's a well-known remedy for conquering a fear of heights.
A drunken teen on a roof. What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
No, 3 or 4 schooners cures everything.
Yeah,
that's true.
Brilliant.
You're okay now, though, aren't you, Dom? Look at you.
I'm all good. Yep, I made it.
Amazing. I love it. We're going to take more of your calls after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Ready when you are. You're live on the air. Live and kicking. It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
I'm a big fan of Reese Witherspoon. I've always enjoyed her work, and particularly with Morning Wars now. I just love her in there as Bradley Jackson.
She's such a nice person, a girl from the South.
Yep.
And she has a clothing range, a homewares range. She's a down-home person who likes to be chatty.
She's worth $500 million.
Well, that's what's so charming about her, is that she seems normal. And on the weekend, she shared a new recipe she did. There'd been snowing, and she thought she'd share how she made her drink.
We got a ton of snow over the past few days. We decided to make a recipe. So first we scooped the snow into cups and we added salted caramel syrup and some chocolate syrup. And then we decided to add some cold brew just to have a yummy coffee flavor.
You
Yum.
didn't expect this to be controversial, but there came a giant pile on. People saying, dirty, that's gross. Birds could have pooped in it. You're eating pollution slush puppies. And this was her response.
Talking about the snow not being filtered, I didn't grow up drinking filtered water. We drank out of the tap water. We actually put our mouths on the tap.
Yeah, good, a bit of Guardia. It's good for you.
Oh, well, of course it is. We all survived it, so the tribal drum is beating for back in my day.
Like we put our mouth on the hose growing up.
Leanne has joined us.
Hi, Leanne.
Hi, how you going?
Great.
Very well. What happened to you back in your day?
I remember I was about 9, and my family of 5, mum, dad, brother, sister, and my 2 cousins drove to the Gold Coast in our little mustard colour Corolla station wagon, and my cousin and I sat up the back in the station wagon part for 14 hours up in the Corolla all the way to Queensland.
Wow, no seatbelts, just sat in the back.
No seatbelts, just maybe a pillow if we were lucky, I think.
Oh,
If you're
wow.
lucky.
I wouldn't even
Luxury.
do that to a Kelpie now.
Yeah, the dogs don't even get to travel in the station wagon part anymore. Good on you, Leanne.
Thank you.
Charlie's joined us.
Hello, Charlie.
How you going?
Great.
Yeah, my story is I bought my first pump-action shotgun from Big W at MacArthur Square in Campbelltown.
Right.
Dear. You bought, was this like a BB gun?
No, a five-shot, 12-gauge
Shotgun.
friendly shotgun.
Wow.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that was about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, about 1980.
Gee.
Wow.
You know, but they gave me. I bought the bullets and everything. You know?
Was that in a separate aisle? I'd hope they'd be in a separate aisle, the bullet aisle to the gun aisle.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the days. You got your bullets and your guns. There was only one type of milk.
And
now the different types of milk take up the entire shop.
These days you can't even buy an Australia Day thong from Woolies.
Yes, because it's so much more respectful to wear our flag as a pair of underpants, isn't it?
No, thong, not thong.
No, but I mean, that's the thing too, is people say, I want to buy my stuff. I want to wear a pair of shorts from the Australian flag. That's so much more respectful.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
The only place we need to be right now is the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test.
Bloody good idea.
We were talking about this earlier. I said, how hot was it yesterday? And we were just talking about it was like living on the sun. And then we're just speculating, what would you rather, live in a cold climate or a hot climate? 4 or 40 degrees?
Because Australia may have had its hottest day ever yesterday. Parts of Western Australia close to 50 degrees Celsius. In the Northern Hemisphere, well, I was there a week ago in New York. It was cold and I loved it. And I know it was easy for me. I was only there for a week. I was staying in a hotel where there was air conditioning. I could wear jumpers. For a lot of people, the cold is miserable. But I can't handle the heat. I just don't like it. Would you rather it was 4 degrees or 40 every day, Brendan? What would you choose?
Is this gun to your head type stuff? Because I always think...
Gun to your head,
right
4 or 40
I go
every
40.
day.
40, gun to my head, I'm saying 40. I could live in 40. When I lived in Western Australia up there in Karratha, it got to 50. One day it was 50 degrees. Man, that was crazy hot. I remember when I landed, the plane landed in Karratha and the door opened, I thought we've gone into a blast furnace. And the pilot said, "No, mate, that's what it's like here all the time." And he said it a little bit crazily for an airline pilot. And I went, oh, great.
See, Brendan, you finally got to live in your incinerator.
but I adapted to it.
Well, that's the thing. And 4 degrees, I know we're picking 4 or 40. 4 is extremely cold. But say, 16 degrees.
Okay.
I'd love that.
Okay.
I'd be happy with that every day.
So 16.
4 is too harsh.
Well, okay. 16. This is
40 every day or 16 every day?
No, what about 16 every day or 30 every day?
Or 60.
Or 60.
No, 30's doable. 30's doable.
Okay,
how about we just say hot or cold? What do you prefer?
Go the Katy Perry.
16 or 60? No, that's not right. No one's going to say they want to live in 60 degrees Celsius.
60 degrees Celsius. Would you like to live on Jupiter? That sounds great.
How about we say 14 or 40?
14 or 40. Which one passes the pub
I'm
test?
taking 14.
I'm going to go 40.
Jam Nation.
I demand entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
That's entertainment.
From the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie with That's Entertainment.
Good morning. We've got a good one today to chat about. Do you remember Kendra Wilkinson? She was one of Hugh Hefner's big 3 girlfriends. So Holly, Bridget and Kendra, they were on this TV show in the noughties called The Girls Next Door. And it was this image of, these 3 friends, 3 besties, I suppose colleagues who were Hugh's girls, and life was amazing.
So they were his 3 girlfriends. They all lived with him.
Yeah, and they were like his number one, sister wives was the vibe. But fast forward all these years, and we've heard over the last few years from Holly and Bridget that they had sort of allegations came forward about pressures that they felt, trauma, even assault that took place in the mansion. But Kendra had been the one who always defended Hef. She always sort of said, "Nah, that's not true. It wasn't like that." But she's come out, done this interview with People magazine, and for the first time since Hugh Hefner died, she's spoken out about her trauma and regret over living in the mansion as one of Hugh's girlfriends from the age of 18.
Wow.
So she was really young.
Who's surprised it was sus?
Yeah,
What are some of the allegations she's talking about?
So she sort of has spoken about she felt pressure to, get a boob job, bleach her hair, all of that kind of physical cosmetic stuff that we sort of expect from a Playboy bunny. But it was interesting the way she protected him, I think, back when after he died, things came out. She said that it was just out of revenge and she felt bad for him. But now I think she's reflected a lot. She was hospitalised for a panic attack recently. She's been diagnosed with some mental ill health stuff, and she seems like she's really trying to get things back on track in her life. But she said she was there for the partying and nothing else. But, what was she doing as an 18-year-old? But she's asked, why did I have sex with a man that age? But I also think, what was Hugh Hefner doing with an 18-year-old girl?
It was like a cult, though. I watched that Secrets of the Playboy Mansion, and I'm watching the new one about Penthouse as well. And all of those they start off. It's like a cult. It's literally a cult.
It's funny we'd never really speak about it in those terms as a cult, but you've got the cult daddy, the cult leader in Hef, and the kind of pressure and the peer pressure, the pack mentality of having that group and all the other girls sort of willing to go along for the ride. And you think, wow, I don't know, when I was 18, I wouldn't have made good choices in that environment.
But you're right, she was always defending him, though.
Yeah, and I wonder how the other girls feel that she said, no, they're lying, and now she's going, actually, yes, they were telling the truth. But I have to challenge myself because I have no sympathy because I think, well, you're living in the Playboy Mansion, you've chosen to live with Hugh Hefner, what do you think? But why don't I see this as coercion, which is in a cult situation, all that stuff, absolutely. And they should have been taken care of.
There are 18-year-old girls who might be, you know, mentally mature, 30-year-old, like sort of have their worldliness about them. And then there's 18-year-olds who are like 12-year-olds or 15-year-olds. It's such a vulnerable age, especially if you're kind of exploited for how you look and then getting older and coming to terms with, well, what happens when that fades or that changes? I think it's interesting.
Where was society also looking at this and going, that's outrageous? I don't know if we tolerate that now, a man in his 80s with a couple of teenagers living with him?
No, those days are gone.
He was a hero, Hugh Hefner. Men loved him, the way they spoke about him. I think it's interesting. She said that, you know, at the end of the day, she doesn't owe him anything. She's not going to sit here and protect him. He decided to date millions of girls, and that's not her responsibility. She said, whatever happened with him, with his relationships, that was his thing, and it's not my responsibility to protect a man for his life choices. So I think maybe for some of her former colleagues, it might be too little too late, considering what she sort of said about their assault allegations. But at the same time, you know, she's come around, she's on her own journey. I think good for her.
Yeah, that's what you grow up. That's what happens, and then they become the fodder of these shows like Secrets of Playboy, Secrets of Penthouse. I'm looking forward to Inside the Big and Bouncy Mansion.
What about Secrets of Golden Circle?
Secrets of Golden Circle.
That magazine was that was weird.
That sounds odd. The Secrets of
Don't we miss the good old days of the magazine?
The big pineapple ring.
Bring them back.
Thank you, Em.
Thank you.
Check her out at thedailyOz.com.au. It's
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation. Podcast. We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. This is something that you started talking to me about earlier. It was so hot yesterday, and you said, I would rather live in a cold climate than a hot climate. And
I would.
And then I said, well, what about you'd rather live in 4 degrees or 40 degrees?
Look, 40 degrees, yuck. 4 degrees, not great, but I'd rather be cold than hot.
Then you tried to moderate it by saying, well, what about 14 degrees or 40 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically what we're asking is, do you prefer the heat or the cold? There's a survey in America, this is 2009. 50% of the public preferred a hotter climate, but then it says 29 would rather live in a colder one. My math's not great, but even I know that doesn't add up. So maybe some people refused to speak.
I'm not going to answer that.
That's my private opinion.
That's my private opinion. Well, we're in Italy now. We're all around the world.
So, look, basically, hot or cold. But let's phrase it like this. 4 degrees or 40. Which
or 14. What do you say?
I don't know what I'm saying. What passes the pub test?
I'd go cold. I've done some science on it, and if you check your normal body temperature, which mine is 37.5 or whatever it's supposed to be, my husband's and my daughter are both 35.7, and they love the hot and hate the cold.
I go for hot, but I think their temperatures are a bit out. I don't compare 4 degrees to 40 because I actually went to a place where it can get to minus 45, and that's what I think the comparison is, not 4 degrees. I think 4 degrees to 40 degrees, I think that's a bad comparison.
14, because I don't like the heat. Don't like the heat.
It's a much, much bigger question than just personal comfort. It's the ramifications and dominoes from a climate perspective surrounding it. If you're in a really constantly fiercely hot environment, you've got to worry about lack of water, things like that. So I would go with the cooler.
I'm going even lower. I'll take the 4 degrees. You can always put more clothes on, right?
you can only take so many off because apparently there's new laws now you can't get completely naked in public.
Are you happy with yourself?
Look,
You
it's more a
started this.
light-hearted question rather than
You
going to
started
the
this.
Sahara or Antarctica.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast. What do you think of when you hear this?
Pheromones.
Pheromones, sure.
Here it is. A bit late on the theremin.
Let's wait for the
Hang on.
theremin, just for you. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
There it is. I'm not a modern Doctor
I used to send
Who
my
fan.
brother into a rage. That show would come on, and I'd go, woo! and I just used to, he'd go, Mum! Because I'd go, woo!
And he'd say, Mum,
Mum!
he's being a theremin
Brendan's
again.
wrecking Doctor Who!
Look, I think Doctor Who wrecked Doctor Who.
I know, I love
Giant
Doctor Who.
salt and pepper shakers for
That's
going
right.
downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I loved it at the time, but what I loved was the cult of Tom Baker with a giant scarf. That was his thing. Not every Doctor Who had a scarf, did they? That was his thing.
Yeah, they always had a floppy hat or something like that.
Well, he was the longest serving Time Lord from 1974 to 1981. And I think for people of our age, he is the drop zone of Doctor Who. He is still alive. He turned 90 on the weekend. And I wasn't aware that he'd been a spokesperson for Keep Australia Beautiful before we had big fat Norm. No, Norm wasn't Keep Australia
that was,
Beautiful. What was he?
That was
Don't
like
be a fatso.
the Don't Be a Fatso campaign. No, Norm was Life Be In It. Be in it today
so
with
Keep
more of
Australia
your life.
Beautiful was it Ian Kiernan and Clean Up Your Mess? Was that all that?
Clean Up Australia Day. Why aren't you doing this stuff? Clean up your mess, you dickheads.
Don't be fat. Well, let's listen to Tom Baker doing this really weird ad for Keep Australia Beautiful.
Why do you want to go to Australia? You know nothing about Australia?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well,
I've been reading all about it. Look, a sunburnt country of sweeping plains, rugged mountain ranges of droughts and flooding rains. Banjo Patterson. You see, I know everything. Go on, ask me something else.
population,
14 million.
size,
Big?
Bradman's best test score,
428.
advantages.
Terrific weather, wonderful beaches, lots of water, healthy places, healthy people, lots of space.
Disadvantages.
Well, I mean, according to the latest microscan, none.
Incorrect. Update of microscan information reveals new situation. Australia is dirty, littered, imminent collapse of life support systems due to pollution.
Well, there you are then. That's why I've got to go down there. I'll tell them to keep Australia beautiful. It is important. Keep Australia beautiful.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also quoting Dorothy McKellar at the beginning rather than Banjo Patterson?
Yes, you're right. Yes. But a lot of
I don't
people
wanna
think
nitpick.
Banjo Patterson wrote that.
No, he wrote, Life be in it today, don't be a fatso.
Well, maybe you should just have one giant community service announcement. One
Don't be
big-
this, don't be that.
Don't be that.
Don't be awful. But
Don't
here's a lovely quote that someone reshared knowing it was Tom Baker's 90th birthday. He was asked what was his biggest Doctor Who memory. And this is Tom Baker saying, I remember a man stopping me in Oxford Street, looking at me with absolute incredulity. He couldn't believe it. He said, Tom Baker? A man in his late 30s. And I said, yes. He said, Tom Baker. And I said, yes. And he looked at me and in his brain he catapulted back in time. And he said, when I was a boy, I was in a home for children. Nobody wanted us, you know. It was terrible. And you'd made Saturday night good. And I went to say something to him and I could see him so close to tears that he couldn't speak. He shook his head as if to say, don't go on, don't remind me. And he just did a thumbs up. Such a common thing, isn't it? But suddenly backed up with an expression on his face through his tears that was a knighthood. It was a knighthood. Just thumbs up, meaning it was great and thanks. It's incredible, isn't it?
That's great.
Just a gesture.
That is so great.
Mm.
It's like when people come up to you and say, there's that lady that says, clean up your mess and don't be fat.
What a beautiful gesture I give them.
And a thumbs up for you.
Happy birthday, Tom
Happy
Baker.
birthday, Tom. Good on you.
Jam Nation.
Got him.
Got him. My son Liam texted me on the weekend and said, turn the TV on. And what a great thing it was that we did. We saw the T20 Black Clash. This is an annual game, a cricket match, New Zealand cricket team taking on the All Blacks. They play against each other. with some special sports stars thrown in, one of whom was Brian Lara, one of whom was Jonathan Thurston, who had to bowl at Brian Lara.
Yeah.
We've managed to track down Jonathan Thurston. He did admit to playing with a hangover. How's he feeling today? Hello, Jonathan.
JT. Oh, he's still...
Are you there? Over?
Oh, there's a terrible
What's
phone.
happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now,
Yes,
JT.
we can hear you.
Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm severely hungover.
What have you got on the space station, mate? What's happened to you?
Well, that's what happens when you're like playing with the Prince of Cricket. Like, you got to try and keep up with him.
Well, what was so intriguing to me is actually you're a very good cricketer. Are most sporting stars, do they all have good hand-eye coordination? Does all this stuff come naturally?
Yeah, I think so. I grew up playing cricket as a kid, and it's pretty much in our blood. Living in Australia, played footy in the winter and cricket in the summer. So, yeah, and then when I was 16, concentrated on footy, but to be able to play in a match with Brian Lara, like, it was just too good of an offer to refuse.
Yeah.
And how did you feel bowling at Brian Lara, one of the world's best cricketers?
Yeah, it's like I've played in Origin matches, I played for the Kangaroos, won World Cups, but run a premiership with the Cowboys, but bowling and over to Brian Lara is my greatest memory in life.
Really?
Are you saying that because he's sitting next to you on the way to golf?
Yes, he is right beside me.
Wow. So Brian's just sitting there in the car with you. Tell him we said hello. Say, Jonesy and Amanda said hello.
Jonesy and Amanda said hello, BL. He said, hey, how are you?
Good on you, BL.
And is he suffering a hangover as well, or is it just you, JT?
No, just me. You can't beat experience, and he's pretty experienced.
Is there any way at all that the cricketers would play a game of football, or is there too big a risk of injury? It always has to be cricket.
Yeah, I think it'll be too big of a risk for the cricketers. So, like, I was pretty nervous in the sheds. Like, playing rugby league, that's what that's where I'm comfortable. So, in the sheds, pre-game, I'm real calm, I'm real relaxed, going through my notes and going through what I need to do for the game. But in the sheds, I was like pacing the room. Dan Vittoria's going, "Are you okay, mate?" I said, "Wait, I'm about to play cricket. Like, I don't want to make a fool of myself. I just want to, do it justice." I was pretty nervous, pacing the room, and so I had plenty of nerves. But once I got out there and had the first ball, well, actually, I smashed the first ball for 4 runs, so I was pretty happy with myself.
And you were commentating as well, which is no small feat.
The whole time.
Yeah, so I was mic'd up as well, which was pretty cool. But I didn't throw any shade or any banter to any of the boys. Actually, I did. Leon McDonald was like letting a few go. It's like, mate, it's not a test match. I don't think I was too happy with that.
So, who's the better golfer out of you and Brian?
No, definitely BL. He's, he plays golf everywhere.
Okay.
He brought his clubs.
And
he's the man.
Have you got clubs?
No, I'm going to hire clubs. So
okay.
Hopefully, But the course that we're playing at is Tara Edie, so it's one of the top 20 golf courses in the world.
Well, mate,
so I'm pretty happy about that too.
Well, Jonathan, have some celebrations again tonight, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. What about that?
Yeah, good luck trying to get me tomorrow.
JT, it's always a treat. If you want to catch up on all the action from Saturday's T20 Black Clash, watch it exclusively on Stan Sport. JT, thank you for joining us, and say hi to BL. Say J&A, say hi to BL and JT.
J&A, say hi to BL. They want to chat to you.
No.
No, not today.
He
Not today.
doesn't want to talk. And fair enough, too. We've run out of time.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Our Debs is back in town.
Are you calling Deborah Lee Finesse our Debs? Because that's what her
you
former
used to say all the
husband used to
time.
call her.
Yeah. And, you know...
My Debs. Not our Debs, my Debs.
And we
She's
like
Debs.
both of those people. We're not close personal friends, but we have known them for a long time. And, you know, a split up is always hard, isn't it?
And when she arrives back in Australia, she knows there'll be eyes on her.
Yeah.
She was out and about Saturday morning in a cafe in Bondi.
Yeah. Which is a place to be where there's no paparazzi. Could have gone to a cafe in Cronulla and no one would have noticed you. But at the same time...
What happens to you?
That's exactly what happens to me. But she came to town and she wore a shirt that said SIT happens.
SIT?
SHIT. Sit happens. Sit happens. And it's on the front page of the papers today.
Spell it out for me again.
Okay. Because little kids are in cars.
Well, it's not SIT.
I know, I missed the H. SHIT happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't putting the swears in. Okay?
No,
I'm
but
not
you
a
also
swearer.
left out an H. Why would you leave out an H?
Well, I think people get the idea.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be Johnny Dumbo.
Well, maybe she's worn it because it's ironic that she's saying it's not SHIT, it's SIT.
See, it happens. I'm getting older. I need to sit down. I'm tired.
It's a long flight.
That's a long flight. But these statement shirts, and in
But
the
she
past
must
we've
know
seen
that
statement
because
shirts.
she must know, obviously, she's at a cafe in Bondi. That's a big deal. She knows she'll be photographed.
Yep.
And that T-shirt says it all. Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
This is when I go out with you when we're in public and I've got that shirt that says I'm with stupid.
I'm with stupid.
That kind of backfired on me there. But the statement shirts, they work.
Well, remember Melania Trump? She wore a jacket that said, I don't really care, do you?
That's right.
She wore this on a trip to a migrant child detention centre. And this is when her husband, who was president at the time, was locking up children in a detention centre.
Yeah.
And people have said this is fake news, nothing to see here, it was just a jacket. She has however, admitted that she was sending a message.
Oh.
She said it was for the people and for the left-wing media who are criticising me. I want to show them I don't care. You can criticise whatever you want to say, but I will not stop me doing what I feel is right. So therefore, I will wear a jacket that says, I don't really care, do you, when I go to a migrant child detention centre.
Maybe she should have borrowed my I'm with stupid or I'm with stupid shirt.
Well, interestingly, speaking of Melania Trump and speaking of American politics, this morning, well, we're just hearing now Ron DeSantis has pulled out of the race and has endorsed Trump.
Yeah, what about that?
Because that's what they were thinking as well, was that there's Nikki Haley still in the running, and that with the two of them plus Trump, it's hard for people to focus. There's too many.
Yeah.
3 was too many. So at least now people can decide who they want that to be. It's frighteningly looking like it's going to be Trump. We haven't seen anything really of Melania since they left the White House nearly 4 years ago. And I saw some footage on the weekend of her mother's funeral. Her mother has passed away. She's very close to her parents. I think they lived with them in Florida. And there's footage and people are speculating what has gone on because Melania gets into the car, a doorman opens the door for the car. She gets into the car. She's stony-faced, and of course, why wouldn't she? She's at her mother's funeral. But Donald gormlessly comes up to the door, looking like he's going to sit in there. And you don't know what she says, but it looks hateful.
Right.
And he gormlessly turns away and goes to another car.
Maybe she didn't want what he had on his hands. Have you seen that with his little... People are saying it could be either syphilis or it's pen from a whiteboard marker.
They're the two extremes. Hey, honey, I was holding a pen.
It's nothing to be alarmed about.
Syphilis hands, Edward Syphilis hands. That film hasn't been made and there's a reason why. Watch this space, but welcome home Debs in the midst of all that.
Yes, we love
it. Happens, we know it.
Sit happens.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
We have $20,000 to give our favourite ghoulie of the year, thanks to Heron Forbes Machinery House.
Also this week, to get you into the ghoulies mood, we've got an early bird prize, a year's worth this week of IMAX theatre tickets.
Yes, so our ghoulie of the week, which will be discussed on Friday, gets that fab prize.
Well, on Thursday, because it's Australia Day on Friday.
Truesies.
What have we got today?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. What gets my ghoulies is when it's 35 degrees, it's stinking hot, it's humid, and then it rains. So people automatically think because it's raining, it's got cold, and they're going to put a jacket on. People, it is still 28 degrees and a bazillion% humidity. Please don't go and put a jumper on. You don't need it. You're making me hot just looking at you in the shops.
You're making me hot just looking at you in the shops.
What else?
What gets my ghoulies is everyone complaining about koalas dying from chlamydia. I went to the koala park, one ran up my arm, gave me a kiss and a cuddle. So I figured a koala started it. Stop complaining about koalas and chlamydia.
What did he say? One ran up his arm and gave him a kiss and a cuddle.
Yeah, and is he saying that he gave...
Koala something or other?
He gave the koala the chlamydia? I'm not too sure about that. You know, love
Donald
your koalas.
Trump. Maybe that's what the dots on Donald Trump's hands are.
Okay, here's the options. He's got syphilis, could have been using a whiteboard marker, a red
Or he's
white...
got chlamydia.
Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out, you contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9. Our favourite caller, email a week, Facebook friend this week, wins $300 to spend at Cardia, Sydney, Barangaroo's hottest new entertainment bar. You also get the Jonesy Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet. How good's that?
We're talking this morning about Reese Witherspoon. Who doesn't love Reese? It snowed a stack where she lives, and she decided she'd make a special drink with the snow.
Yeah, she made a snow cone, like a chocochino snow cone.
2 big scoops of snow and filled it with yummy things.
We got a ton of snow over the past few days. We decided to make a recipe. So first we scooped the snow into cups, and we added salted caramel syrup and some chocolate syrup.
People went
we
crazy
to add some cold brew just to have a yummy coffee flavor.
People went crazy and said that she was putting dirty pigeon poo and someone said it's just a manky old snow cone that's filled with pollution.
Reese came back with this.
Talking about the snow not being filtered, I didn't grow up drinking filtered water. We drank out of the tap water. We actually put our mouths on the tap.
The tribal drum was beating for this. We had some great callers. Joanne used to sit around an incinerator burning things in primary school. Leanne travelled to Queensland in the boot of a station wagon. And Charlie bought a gun from Big W. But our man of the match is this man, Dom from Silverdale.
Back in my day, I started a first-year apprenticeship of my carpentry apprenticeship when I was 14 years old. I soon learnt that I was terrified of heights, climbing around on roofs and stuff. So to cure my fear of heights, my boss used to take me to the pub at 11 o'clock and put about 3 or 4 schooners into me. And then I'd be running around the roof for the rest of the afternoon.
Wow.
Drunken kids on roofs can't be a bad thing.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
All right, we're going to be back at 6 o'clock for Jam Nation.
Ugly Fella's up next with the best week of your life.
Tell you what an amazing prize. We hope you win it.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, ching, cheerio, ching, ching, goodbye.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, ching, cheerio, ching, ching, goodbye.